Alright, let's dive into this Tottenham lineup for their Champions League clash against Atletico Madrid, because there's a lot to unpack here, and trust me, it's not your typical starting 11. First off, the big news: Romero is back. Personally, I think this is huge. Romero's return adds that much-needed solidity to the defense, especially with the back three formation Tudor's gone for. But here's the thing: why revert to the back three when the back four worked so well against Liverpool? It's a head-scratcher, and I can't help but wonder if Tudor's overthinking this. Maybe he's trying to outsmart Simeone, but in my opinion, sticking with what works might have been the safer bet. Now, let's talk about the midfield. Palhinha's absence is a massive blow. What many people don't realize is that he's the glue that holds the midfield together, and without him, Spurs lose a lot of their defensive structure. Tudor's opted for Gray and Sarr, which is interesting. Gray's got the energy, but Sarr's been inconsistent lately. If you take a step back and think about it, this midfield could either click brilliantly or completely fall apart under Atletico's pressure. Up front, Xavi Simons gets a rare start, and I'm intrigued. He's got the talent, but does he have the experience for a game of this magnitude? And then there's Kolo Muani, stepping in for the suspended Richarlison. What makes this really interesting is that Kolo Muani's style is so different. He's more of a target man, whereas Richarlison thrives on pace. This raises a deeper question: will Spurs' attack adapt to his style, or will he struggle to fit into their usual rhythm? One thing that immediately stands out is the bench. Having Udogie and Gallagher back is a boost, but why aren't they starting? Udogie's been out for a while, sure, but his energy could have been crucial. And Gallagher, he's been a game-changer when he's on form. From my perspective, Tudor's keeping his cards close to his chest, maybe planning to unleash them in the second half. What this really suggests is that Spurs are walking a tightrope here. They've got the talent, but the injury list is alarming. Davies, Kudus, Bentancur, Madison, Kulusevski, it's like half their first team is out. If they pull off a win, it'll be a miracle. But if they don't, questions will be asked about Tudor's lineup choices. A detail I find fascinating is the timing of this game. March 2026. Spurs are in a completely different phase compared to where they were a few years ago. The Champions League is their chance to prove they're still a force, but with this lineup, it feels like they're gambling. Personally, I think this game will define their season. Win, and they're back in the conversation. Lose, and it's back to the drawing board. So, what do you think? Is Tudor's lineup a stroke of genius or a risky gamble? Let me know in the comments. And if you're watching this game, buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride.